timestamp. But now I'm going to show you a video from this channel. Now I'm going to just hit play. And there's no audio on the video. You can see when he captured it with timestamps. This is the phenomenon I'm talking about. Turning like a clock. This is obviously a Northern Hemisphere video because it's turning clockwise.
I think we know what Isaiah 24:23 fucking means now, don't we? Google search, lunar phase rolling through the night, like a clock, keeping time with Earth's. I want you to read the whole thing. Rotation, like Eric Briggs, the Five Eyes Troll, says. It looks like there aren't any great matches for your search. So let's leave the Five Eyes Troll out of it. Lunar phase. Rolling like a clock, keeping time like, let's see, setting your moon dial. Back at time. This says the changing appearance of the moon in the night sky is one obvious marker of the passage of time. At the start of its cycle, a new moon, the moon lies directly between us and the sun and the earth, and we can't see it. Illuminated phase says the moon moves in its orbit. It will be a crescent. The crescent grows over a period of nights until the entire face can be seen. When it becomes a full moon, the face then wanes until once again. Well, it doesn't say that it waxes and wanes in one night, which it is. Funny, the waxing wane in the northern hemisphere should be the right side of the disc lit, and in the southern hemisphere, the left side. It even shows pictures, north and south. That's a waxing. This is your first quarter. It's opposing. But we're seeing both in the sky every night from your own porch, not having to change hemispheres. It's because we tilted. Our orientation has very much changed. This is not normal at all.
And its signature shows us as IMF lines. Alright, now I'm going to show you, as Eric has probably shown you many times, but his computer doesn't work as well. So I'm going to show you on mine. Now he's got a magnet here. This is essentially polar cap lines of Earth, just in a ferrocell and a magnet, because the Earth is a magnet. So these field lines have not been shaped by solar wind. So this is how they look. If space had no solar wind and we could put a ferrocell out there and look at it, this is what the polar cap lines would do. They'd be straight out. Now we're going to see what happens, why they're enclosed field lines.
So now, it's going to come together. You see that? So this is like two fists.
Let me get it to the good.
It's going to come together. You see that? So this is like two.
There you go. You can see field lines are closing up. This field line does, and this magnetic field line does.
Fists. pushing against each
They're
other.
also causing the diamond.
Now, I'll show this on another video. I'll be putting that up in a second.
That we see here all day, every day. Cherenkov radiation building up behind us. Tornadic activity in the polarity map and in stream entanglement here in the magnetic line spectrum with objects here, here, and behind us, and another one behind it. There are a lot of bodies. You can see all of these at night. Go outside of your light dome and look. Watch your moon. Your moon's up in the day. It's coming up to a fucking... It's been waning for a while now. It's a little tiny crescent setting with the sunrise. Or it's fucking right there setting with the sun. It ain't coming up till late. It's up in your sky most of the day. At this point. Now John made a video over here, over again, of the day Raw showed up. And we saw some huge CMEs come from their Raw right there during this event. Big CME event, huge magnetic disruptions, and Raw popped in. As his magnetic signature laid down, and we could see the magnetic compression here when he laid his signature down. Back it up. Boom, right there. Dingley Cobra coming from behind the planet. Did you see that? It's not just a single event. This happened for hours. We sat and monitored this. Look, this is the first time I had watched her induce that night. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And started doing that woogie woogie shit and rolled right through the Eye of Ra there. And that's still on GOES. That's GOES, NASA satellites. That's not a random pattern in space. That's a Dingley Cobra and conical hat ball on top, just like that guy. See? Look at that. I love the way John does this because he's better at it than I am. There's only one more question. In this time with a confounded moon and the end of days, are you sitting fences? We have a government troll here, a literal paid by your government Five Eyes troll right here with my name and this little logo following people around telling them the moon should be doing cartwheels. And it's talking about the moon's face rotating depending on this and that and everything. This motherfucker makes videos about how normal it is for the moon to do a freaking cartwheel every night, folks. How much do you think this man alone makes? How much do you think he makes alone? Then there's Astronomy Live. He is the same way. He follows Eric Briggs around and cheers him on. He is also Five Eyes. He is paid by your government to lie to you. Five Eyes is an intelligence agency comprised of Australia, Canada, New Zealand, United Kingdom, and the United States. These countries are parties to multilateral UK agreement, treaty and joint cooperation to harass and lie to people. They're even giving senators hard times, let alone me. I can't fucking believe in this time we are allowing these things, but they keep us distracted by the stupid virus. It's not a virus you got to worry about. We're on our side, folks. The moon's doing cartwheels, and your government's doing everything. Red, blue, Christian, Muslim, everything they can do to divide us. And we need to stop it in its tracks. The moon is doing cartwheels every single night in your sky, and has been since October 2010. Tomorrow will be 10 years. That ends tribulation. The quickening is now our time. You have some big choices to make in your heart. I think you need to go back to my first videos and watch all the way to this one. Everyone's asking me all the time, what do you suggest? I just told you what I suggest. And if you don't want to do it, have a nice day.